Hi guys, it's Jamila here from Slab. Today I'm going to be doing a video on the brand new Pat McGrath Lab Celestial Nirvana Eyeshadow Palettes. If you haven't subscribed already guys, please subscribe. We'd love to have you in the Slab family. And without further ado guys, here is the video. These are her 5-pan palettes, which she released 2 different shade variations for. She also released a mega palette, cheek and kind of face palettes, lipsticks, mascaras, and lots of fun stuff. I decided to just get the Celestial 5-pan palettes because those were the things I was most intrigued by and felt like I was going to use the most, so I thought I would get those. I got both shades. There are 2 shades. One is called Nude Allure, which I think is a bit more pinky, and then there is one called Bronze Bliss, which is a bit more gold. Also has some coolness to it, which is quite interesting. It feels like a very autumnal, wintry eyeshadow colour story. I'm going to read you guys the blurb, show you the packaging, show you some swatches, and then I'm going to get into a demo. So it says, transcend the spectrum with a beautifully edited quintet starring 5 celestial hues in 3 ultra smooth finishes. Sculpt and smolder with a sublime silk matte. Illuminate like an icon with a shimmering foil. Sparkle without caution in a trio of mesmerizing metallics. 4 grams and 0.14 ounces. These are £32 each, which is really reasonable for Pat McGrath, which is why I was kind of tempted by them. And $36 US, really not a bad price at all for an eyeshadow palette from Pat McGrath. Actually a fantastic price for an eyeshadow from Pat McGrath. Show you guys some swatches, show you the packaging, and then I'm going to get into a demo. Those are the swatches on. Actually really impressed with both of these. The formulation is so nice, so creamy. I don't think I'll even need a brush for these, especially like the creamy shimmery shades. They really don't feel like they'll need a brush. They're all super soft, super creamy. The mattes are nice as well, really good mattes. I think for both of them she's got the right matte, really good base for each. The Nude Allure has a brownish maroony base, really nice shade. It's very warm, which most of her kind of browny maroon shades tend to be. All of the other shades are really nice. I really like the middle shade. That's a really nice warm color. kind of like a coppery shade. This one is fairly similar to it, but there is a little bit of difference. The pink is really cool as well. They are so crumbly, they're almost falling out. So I feel like these are kind of a mix between like a shimmery, creamy shade and like a proper glitter, which is quite an interesting formulation. I don't think it's one I've seen her use before, and I think it might solve the issue of her new toppery shades not being like toppery enough. So I quite like the idea of this soft, creamy, crumbly shimmer. Not sure how it's going to look on, not sure how easy it's going to work, but I like the idea of it so far. I like the feel of it. It was really, really nice. The other one, maybe my favourite, Bronze Bliss, is a really cool autumnal colour story. It kind of reminds me of that Natasha Denona £5 palette that came out last year that was all like cool tones and like the smoky eye. But this one's got a bit more warmth to it, which I really like. I really like this gold bronzy shade. It's very grungy. The other shade here, this top one here, is a bit more browny as well, so it's actually a really nice wearable shade. I'm intrigued to see how they work on their own. I'm intrigued to see how they work on top of the mattes. What I'm going to do is I'm going to use just one each, just as a base shade, like one shimmer each as a base shade, just to see what they look like, because I feel like they'll be really good one and done shadows. And then I'll do kind of like a look off the cuff. Hopefully it'll be okay. Packaging is cool. It's magnetic closing cardboard. The good thing about this is it's not too light. It's got a pattern on it, which is a really fun kind of baroque Christmas crackery pattern, which I really like. But also means it won't get too dirty and fingerprinty like my Hindash one did. The back does have like a kind of cheap looking label on the back, but I guess I'd rather the eyeshadows be a higher quality and like it have a crappy label on the back than have like a really nice label and not as nice eyeshadows. So far I feel like I really prefer this to the big pan mega palette that I got last year for holiday. I just really like these creamy shades. The silver in particular is so interesting, so pigmented, so flaky, so crumbly, but in a really nice soft epic kind of way. So I feel like these are actually going to be really good. I'm intrigued by this brown one here because it's basically my skin tone. Really nice color. I think because I didn't put a base on, it's a tiny bit patchy, like not a huge amount, and you can't really see once you layer it up. It's a really cool shade, and considering I've got no base, no primer or anything on my lid, I think that's really nice. With a bit of mascara and liquid eyeliner, that would look really cool. I think it would look even better with like a matte eyeshadow underneath, which is what I would normally do. But I just wanted to see how they worked on their own, and I do think this looks really nice. On the other side, I'm going to do the same, but with a different shade from the Nude Allure palette. I'm going to go for the other kind of skin tone colour, which is this one here. I think considering these are just one shadow on their own, I think they do have a really nice amount of dimension to them. They look like I could have like a cream on or a liquid. They have that intensity, that metallic intensity. So I like both of these. I think they're really nice. I am back, and first I'm going to start with the Nude Allure, the pinky one. I'm going to go in with the brown matte first, just to kind of make a base. There is a lot of kickback in all of these, especially the mattes, but not the end of the world because it does have like a black plastic underneath. really like this one on. It's very purpley, plummy, but it does have a lot of variation. Even though the shades are all very similar, there is quite a lot of variation in terms of undertone and in terms of shade themselves as well. So I do like this one. Next, I'm going to pop on the Bronze Bliss. I'm going to use a bit of the black, which is quite a strong base shade, but I think that's the point of giving this like a really nice smoky autumn vibe. This is a really great matte black just straight off the bat. It's not overly pigmented, but it definitely gives you that kind of black smoky eye effect straight away. I'm really intrigued by this green one, so I'm going to use a bit of it first, and then I'll probably just top it up with the silver. So guys, that is it. That is my finished look. I actually really like both of these eyeshadow palettes. I think the neutral, the kind of cool tone one is a little bit harder to work with, mainly because I was trying to put all of the eyeshadows on, and I think the warmer, rosier one is a bit more seamless because the colours are much more close to each other, much more similar to each other. But I think they're both really nice, and I like the fact that all of the kind of shimmery, sparkly shades work well with the brush and with fingers. The mattes for both are nice, although I do feel like if I had a matte brown on this side, I probably would have had a bit more of a softer, more wearable finish. But I like both. I think they're really, really nice. Every colour in here is like very well placed. It looks all really good together. They work together really well. They blend into each other really well as well. So I'm very impressed with these. I think if you've got the Mothership 10, you might not necessarily need these, but maybe it's like a good mini version of the Mothership 10 to be able to take out with you or to travel with. But if you haven't got the Mothership 10 and you want to kind of try some Pat McGrath, these are a really good place to start. I actually think these are both really good value for money, really nice colour stories, and really good going. I definitely prefer them to the big mega palette from last holiday season. So guys, that is it. That's my finished look. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below, guys. Will you be buying anything? Will you be trying anything? Do you like the look of these? Let me know. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you like this video. If you haven't subscribed already, guys, please subscribe. We'd love to have you in the Slap family. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you on the next one.